So our progress report says we are at stage 2, paragraph page 105. Okay, stage 2, 105. And our last head word was possessive pronouns, new work type of lesson. Okay, so let's start with our revision. Ready?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, here we go. First question. What do we put on our bread? What do we put on our bread? We put butter
We put
on our
butter
bread.
on our bread.
Very good. Do you like bread without butter? Do you like bread without butter? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
don't
don't
like
like
bread
like
without butter.
bread without butter.
Very good.
I like
Bread with butter.
bread with butter.
Very good. What color's butter? What color's butter? Butter's
The
yellow
butter's yellow
or white.
or white.
Very good. Okay. Do you prefer white or brown rice? Do you prefer white or brown rice? I prefer
I prefer white rice
to
to
brown
brown
rice.
rice.
Very good. Okay, next. Okay, so what am I doing? What am I doing? You're carrying
You're
a
pen,
pen.
you're taking a pen.
You're carrying a pen.
You're carrying a pen.
Very good. Do you think you
You,
can carry this table on your back? Do you think you can carry this table on your back? Yes or no?
no,
I don't
I
think
don't
I can
think
carry
I can't
that
carry
table on my back.
the table, the
That
table on my
table
back.
on my back. Very good. Okay, am I carrying a shirt? Am I carrying a shirt? No, you
No,
aren't carrying
you are carrying
a
a
shirt.
shirt.
You're wearing a
You are
shirt.
wearing a shirt.
Very good. Am I wearing a watch? Am I wearing a watch? No,
No,
you aren't
you are carrying
a
you
watch.
aren't
Wearing a watch.
wearing a watch. You
You're
are
a
carrying a
watch.
watch.
Very, you're carrying a watch. Very good. Okay, what can we say instead of not any books? What can we say instead of not any books? We can say
Yeah, you
no
can
books
say
instead
no
of
books
not any
instead of
books.
not any
Very
books.
good. Give me another example. Give me another example, please. They haven't got any friends. Okay?
They
They
haven't
haven't got
any
any
got
friends.
new friends.
They
They
have
have
no
no
friends.
friends.
Very good. Can you hear me speaking to you? Can you hear me speaking to you? Yes, I can hear
Yeah,
you
I can hear you
speaking
speaking
to me.
to me.
Can you hear anybody in the other room? Can you hear anybody in the other room? Yes or no?
No,
I can't
no,
hear
I can't hear
anybody in the
anybody
other
in
room.
the other room.
What do we hear with? What do we hear with? We hear with
We
our
hear
ears.
with our ears.
Very good. Okay. Can you drive a car? Can you drive a car? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I,
can drive a car.
right. Is there anybody in your family who can't drive a car? Is there anybody in your family who can't drive a car? Yes or no?
Yes,
There's somebody.
somebody
One more.
who can.
There's somebody
There's
in
somebody
my family
in
who
my
can't
family
drive a car.
who can't drive a car.
Very good. Okay, how much money have you got in your pocket? How much money have you got in your pocket? I've got about,
I've got a dollar in my
one more.
pocket.
I've got about
I've got about $1
in
in my
my
pocket.
pocket. Very good. How many pence make a pound? How many pence make a pound? 100 pence
100
make a
pence make
pound.
a pound.
How many euros make a pound? How many euros make a pound? About 2 euros
About
make a
two
pound.
euros make a pound.
Very good. Have I got more thumbs than fingers on my hand? Have I got more fingers than thumbs on my hand? No,
No,
you haven't
you
got
haven't
more thumbs
got more
than
thumbs
fingers on your
than
hand.
fingers on your hand.
You've got fewer thumb,
You've got a
fewer thumb
fewer thumb
than
than
fingers on your
fingers
hands.
on your hands.
Very good. Okay, next. Are there more people in Europe than in Asia? Are there more people in Europe than in Asia? No, there aren't
No, there
more
aren't
people
more people
in
in
Europe
Europe
than in
than
Asia.
Asia.
There are fewer people
There are fewer
in
people
Europe
in Europe
than in
than
Asia.
in Asia.
Very good. Are there more tables in this school than chairs? Are there more tables in this school than chairs? No, there
No,
aren't
there
more
aren't
tables
more
in that
people
school than
in the
chairs.
school than
There
chairs.
are
There
fewer
are a
tables
few
in that
people
school
in that school
than
than
chairs.
chairs.
Very good. What's the difference between a watch and a clock? What's the difference between a watch and a clock? The difference
The
between
difference
a
between
watch and a clock
watch and
is
clocks
that we wear a
is that
watch. We
we
wear
wear
a watch
a
on
watch
our wrist,
or wrist,
whereas we hang a clock.
whereas in
We hang a
clock
clock
we hang clock
on the wall
on
or
the wall
put it
or
on a table.
put in on the table.
Very good. What's the difference between wear and carry? What's the difference between wear and carry? The difference
The
between
difference
wear
between
and carry
wear and
is
carry
that we
is that
use wear
we use wear
for a thing that
for
is
thing
on the body,
that is on the body,
whereas we
whereas
use
we
carry
use
for
we
a
use
thing
carry
that
that
is
for
not
thing
on the body.
that isn't not on a body.
Very good. Is there a clock in this room? Is there a clock in this room? Yes or no?
Yes,
There's a clock.
there 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 are clock.
One more, with this. There's
There's
a clock
there's a clock
in the
on
room.
in the room.
Very good. Am I carrying a watch? Am I carrying a watch? No, you
No,
aren't
you
carrying
aren't carrying
a
a
watch.
watch.
You're wearing.
You are wearing a watch.
Very good. What are you carrying in your pocket? What are you carrying in your pocket? I'm carrying,
I'm carrying
let's say, a mobile phone
mobile phone
in my pocket.
in my pocket.
Very good. Okay, next, what's the time by this clock? What's the time by this clock? It's 3 o'clock.
It is 3 o'clock.
What's the time by this clock? What's the time by this clock? It's five
It's 25
past
past
3.
3.
Very good. What's the time by this clock? What's the time by this clock? It's half
It's
past 3.
half 3.
Half past 3.
Half past 3.
Like past, P-A-S-T.
Half
Half
past
past
3.
3. Very good. What's the time by this clock? What's the time by this clock? It's 35
It's
minutes
45
past
my
3.
35 minutes past 3.
Very good. What's the time by this clock? What's the time by this clock? It's
It's
2
2
minutes
minutes
past
past 4.
4. And what's the time by this clock? What's the time by this clock? It's
It's 18
minutes
minutes
past.
past 7.
Very good. What's the time now? What's the time now, please? It's
It's 39 past 7.
39
Minutes past
past 7.
7.
Very good. Okay. Next. Okay. How many seconds make a minute? How many seconds make a minute? 60 seconds
60
make a minute.
seconds make a minute.
Right. How many minutes make an hour? How many minutes make an hour? 60 minutes
60
make
minutes
an
make
hour.
an hour.
Very good. How many hours make a day? How many hours make a day? 24 hours
24 hours
make.
make a day.
Very good. How many days make a week? How many days make a week? 7 days
7 days
make a
make a
week.
week.
How many weeks make a month? How many weeks make a month?
4
4 weeks make a
weeks
month.
make a month.
How many months make a year? How many months make a year? 12 months
12
make a
months
year.
make a year.
Very good. Okay, give me an example of the word also. Give me an example of the word also, please. I can speak my
I can
language.
speak my language.
I can speak my language,
I can speak my
and
language.
I can
I
also
can't. I can also
speak English.
speak English.
Very good. Do you like meat? Do you like meat? Yes or no?
Yes,
Like
I like
meat.
meat.
What color is sugar? What color is sugar? Sugar's white
Sugar
or
was
brine.
white or brown.
Very good. Do you put sugar on your meat? Do you put sugar on your meat? No, I
No,
don't
I
put
don't
sugar
put the
on
sugar
my meat.
on my meat.
On my meat.
On
I
my
put
meat.
it in my tea. I put it
I put
in my tea or
in my
coffee.
tea or coffee.
Very good. Okay. One, two, three, four, five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I doing? You're counting.
You are counting.
Okay, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What am I doing? You're counting
You are
the
counting
numbers
the
from
numbers
6 to
from
10.
6 to 10.
Very good. Count the numbers from 100 to 105. Count the numbers from 100 to 105, please. 100,
100,
101,
101,
102,
102,
103,
103,
104,
104,
105.
105.
Very good. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm counting
I'm
the
counting
numbers
the
from
numbers from
100 to 100
101
to
to
105.
105.
Very good. Okay, what are the possessive adjectives? What are the possessive adjectives? The possessive
The
adjectives
possessive
are
adjectives are
my, your,
my,
his,
your,
her,
me, her,
its,
his, her,
our,
its, our,
your, and their.
your, and their.
What are the possessive pronouns? What are the possessive pronouns? The possessive
The possessive
pronouns are
pronouns
mine,
are
yours,
mine,
his,
yours,
hers,
his, hers,
ours,
ours,
yours, and
yours,
theirs.
their, and theirs.
Very good, and that's the end of our revision. Let's have new word. Okay, let's continue this new word. Okay, listen. The difference between possessive adjective and a possessive pronoun is that we put a possessive adjective in front of a noun. Okay, for example, the noun is book, so we put the possessive pronoun or at the beginning, adjective at the beginning. So we say this is my book. This is my book. Whereas we use a possessive pronoun instead of a noun. So we can say, this is mine. So there's no more book. Okay, for example, instead of saying, this is my pen and that is her pen, we can say, this is my pen and that is hers. Okay, let's practice. What's the difference between a possessive adjective and a possessive pronoun? What's the difference between a possessive adjective and a possessive pronoun? The difference
The
between
difference
a
between
possessive adjective
possessive
and
adjectives
a possessive
and
pronoun
possessive
is
pronouns
that we
is
put a
that
possessive
we put
adjective
a possessive
in
adjective
front of a noun,
in front of the noun,
whereas we
and
use
as
a
we
possessive
use
pronoun
possessive pronoun
instead of
in
a noun.
instead of a noun.
Very good. Okay, let's have some examples. Okay, give me an example. Give me an example, please. This is my book. Okay, repeat.
This
This
is
is my book.
this is my book.
This book is mine.
It, this is mine.
This book is mine.
This book is mine.
This is mine.
This is mine.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Mine.
Mine.
Yours.
Yours.
Very good. Okay, listen. Mine and yours are pronouns. For example, this ear isn't yours. It's mine. That ear isn't mine. It's yours. Okay, let's practice. Is this your ear? Is this your ear? No, that
No, it
isn't
that
my
isn't
ear.
my ears.
It's your ear.
It's your ear.
Very good. Is this ear yours? Is this ear yours? No, that
No,
ear
yet that ear
isn't mine.
is isn't mine.
It's yours.
It's
Well,
yours.
is that nose mine? Is that nose mine? No, this nose
No,
isn't
nose
yours.
is
This
isn't yours.
nose.
It this nose it's mine.
Very good. One
No,
more. No, this nose
this
isn't
nose
yours.
isn't
It's
yours.
mine.
It's mine.
Very good. Next, repeat. His,
His,
hers.
hers.
Very good. Okay, his and hers are also pronouns. For example, this dress isn't his. It's hers. Okay, and another example. This suit isn't hers. It's his. Okay, so let's practice. Is that dress his? Is that dress his? No, that
No,
dress
that
isn't
dress
his.
isn't his.
It's hers.
It's hers.
Is that suit hers? Is that suit hers? No, that
No,
suit
that suit
isn't hers.
isn't hers.
It's his.
It's his.
Very good. Are those hands his? Are those hands his? No, those
No,
hands
those hands
aren't his.
aren't his.
They're hers.
They are hers.
Very good. Are those arms hers? Are those arms hers? No, those
No,
arms
those
aren't
arms
hers.
aren't hers.
They're his.
They are. They
His.
are his.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Ours.
Ours.
Theirs.
Theirs.
Very good. Okay, listen. Ours and theirs are pronouns. For example, these legs. Okay, these legs aren't ours. They are theirs. Okay, another example is these aren't their books. They're our books. Okay, so let's practice. Are those legs ours? Are those legs ours? No. Those
No,
legs.
they, no,
Those
those legs
legs aren't ours.
aren't ours.
They're theirs.
They are, they are
They're
theirs.
they're theirs. Very good. Are these their books? Are these their books? No. Those
No,
aren't
those aren't
their books.
our, their books.
They're our
They
books.
are ours. They are our books.
Very good. Are these books theirs? Are these books theirs?
Are
No.
they?
Those
No,
books aren't
those books
theirs.
aren't
They're
theirs.
ours.
They are ours.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Infinitive.
Infinitive.
Very good. Okay, listen. So let's talk about infinitive. So listen. Verbs in the infinitive generally have the word to in front of them. For example, to do, to come, to go, to walk, to buy, to eat. So those are verbs in the infinitive. Infinitive means the basic form, the present form. Okay, let's practice. Give me some examples of verbs in the infinitive. Give me some examples of verbs in the infinitive, please. Some examples of
Some
verbs
example
in
of
the
verbs
infinitive
in the infinitive
are to
in
come,
art, come, to go, to do,
etc.
to, etc.
Very good. Next, repeat. Auxiliary verb.
Auxil-
Auxiliary verb.
Auxiliary verb.
Very good. Okay, so you can pronounce it like this. Now let me put it here. Okay, like that. Auxiliary. Okay. Auxiliary.
Auxiliary.
Very good. Okay, so let's learn about auxiliary verb. Okay, so repeat. Do.
Do.
Very good. Okay, listen. An auxiliary verb is part of the verb in the sentence. It's just a part of the verb in the sentence, but it does not tell us the action. It just helps the verb. For example, in the sentence we are speaking, the word speaking tells us the action. That's the verb. And the word are is an auxiliary verb. Okay, so it's like helping the verb. In the sentence he can read, the word can is the auxiliary verb, and the word read is the verb. Okay, the auxiliary verb for the present simple is do. We can say, do you speak English, or I do not have a bag. Let's practice. Which word is the auxiliary verb in this sentence? They can open the window. Which word is the auxiliary verb in this sentence? They can open the window.
They can't open the window.
Okay, the word can
The word can
is the
is the auxiliary
verb in
verb
that sentence.
in that sentence.
Very good. Which word is the auxiliary verb in this sentence? Do they walk to school? Which word is the auxiliary verb in this sentence? Do they walk to school? The word do.
The verb
The,
do,
the word do
the verb
is
do
the
is
auxiliary verb,
is the
is the
auxiliary is the auxiliary
verb in
verb
that sentence.
in that sentence.
Very good. Okay, next listen. Also, the word do means something in Japanese. For example, what is he doing? He's sitting on a chair, like to do. Okay, let's practice. What am I doing? Okay, so I can't stand, so here we go. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're going out
You're going out of
the
the
room,
classroom.
the classroom. Very good. What do I do after the lesson? What do I do after the lesson? You go out
You go
of the
out
room
of the room
after the
after
lesson.
the lesson.
Very good. Okay. Next, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're standing up.
You're standing up.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're
You're
sitting down.
sitting on
Sitting down.
Sitting down.
What do you do before the lesson? What do you do before the lesson? I sit down
I sit
before the
down
lesson.
before the lesson.
What do you do after the lesson? What do you do after the lesson? I stand up
I stand up
after the
after the
lesson.
lesson.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to your reading. Okay, so let's have reading. Okay, so our reading is at stage two, page 77. Last headword was wife. Okay, please start at page 78. Mother, father.
What What's your mother's name?